Alright, what is up everybody? Back at it again. Purple all day. I am just setting up here and he wanted to test out, let me just take a look here, wanted to test out his UlforceVeedramon deck it looks like, and I wanted to test out my Malo-Veno Myotismon. So I made this a few days ago, so he rolled a 4, and I am excited to play it. And we both rolled 4s, okay, sweet. And that's a 6. Oh! And a 5. Okay, so he's probably gonna go first here. Let me just draw 5 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, sounds good. Let's do. Oh! What the heck is this? Yo, oh my goodness. Okay, I win. Trump sword. Okay, we're gonna play with the table upside down. Oh, I'll go. I'm just gonna draw my 5 cards here, and just like that, I'm ready to get a Veno Myotismon, so that's pretty good. Anyway, draw phase. Got the Pagumon. Let's Digivolve that real quick into the Digimon. Gonna do a quick draw, and I think what I'm gonna do is I'm actually going to Digivolve into Valmon, get the draw, and then also give him 2 memory. So seems like a pretty solid start there, but I have too many powerful guys and I'm gonna need to Digivolve into them, so let's just see what happens. Initially drops the Upamon, beautiful card, love that. And the Vanilla Gomamon naturally, cool. So yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments as to like what I could do better with this deck, or like not just in how it's built, but in how I play it. I love the Digimon line and also the Gabumon line, which is why I love this deck. And yeah, I just really want to be a better player and learn. It's just haven't had the time recently because of work and all that, but pretty good. So manages to get the Gomamon into the Gorillamon and into the Monzemon. So vanilla army out here. Gonna draw phase, has an ultimate waiting for me, so that's slightly scary. Raising phase, let's bring out the Valmon. Now I have a few ideas here. With only 1 memory, I think I'm gonna want to drop the Garurumon and set him up at 4. And that'll be my turn. So Garurumon's really cool. I like playing around with memory, so I think my purple style is going to be controlling memory, especially with the latest set that's coming out. You've got your Devidramon and your Tsukaimon and a bunch of other memory manipulating Digimon, so it's going to be really great. But Garurumon, once per turn, during your turn, if your other Digimon is destroyed, get +1 memory. That synergizes pretty well with the Chimeramon, which is when played, by destroying one of your other Digimon, destroy one of your opponent's level 5 or less Digimon. Anyway, Monzemon is going to come down, well, head to the battle area, and what else? Oh, drops a blocker Grismon. Nice. Really restricting me here with the memory, which is going to be pretty difficult considering my hand. Very well played, sir. I think as much as I want to Digivolve, you know what I'm going to do is I'm actually just going to drop the Garurumon and then put him back up to 4. I'm going to build that board and hopefully get a rookie that will really kind of accelerate my draws, but that's taking a gamble here. I don't think he's going to attack just yet anyway. So Demi-Vmon comes down once per turn during your turn. If this Digimon, if this Digimon becomes active during your main phase, this Digimon gets 1000 DP until the end of the turn. Pretty good. And then the Vmon, draw 1 if it becomes active. So yeah, definitely an Ulforce type deck. Scary things, but we'll see. So not too experienced with the game yet, guys. If I do any misplays or anything like that, let me know as well. I'm always willing to learn and ready to learn. So just thought I just like creating content. I think it's fun editing videos and whatnot. I do a lot for people. It's a entirely different game. But yeah. So he's building up a wall here. We've got 2 blockers already. No way. Okay, what's coming down here? Oh, drops the tie. Veedramon. So I think it was worth, in my opinion, for that King one. I didn't want to just simply use it on the Monzemon or the Grismon there. So anyway, Digivolved into Tapermon. For this turn, do I want to? I do. I kind of do. Yeah, I'm just gonna drop the Chimeramon. That's gonna put him up to 4. I'm gonna get rid of Garurumon to destroy the Arrow Digimon. So I think in that turn that was fine. Had to. I had to do it. So that's okay. And he's just, you know, highlighting all my cards there. It looks like we're playing the slow game here. And that's kind of how I designed my purple deck. It's to have like a certain pace to it. It'll accelerate if I draw a lot of early rookies, but the idea is if I don't, like now, hopefully I'll get some blockers and get to my megas as well. But anyway, the Ulforceveedramon drops. Okay, let me just read this real quick. If your blue tamer becomes rested, this Digimon becomes active. If this Digimon becomes active during your main phase, get +1 memory. Nice. Okay. Okay, sweet. Okay, so it's a security check. Gabumon. Nice. Also draw from the Tama. Yes, when attacking. Nice, correct. Run it. And they're all vanillas up to that, so pretty good. Yep, so he's resting the tie to run either of the effects here, draw 1 or 1000 DP. Sweet. so he rested, which means Ulforceveedramon becomes active. Send me a Trump Sword. No, it's a Tapermon. That's cool. Yeah, that's the memory from the effect. So drops the Gabumon, putting me at 1. Yep, sounds good there. And runs the draw effect. So my turn, draw phase. Another V Myotismon, so a lot of heavy dudes. It is not looking too nice here. I think what I'm gonna have to do is I'm gonna have to start attacking. No, because of the blocker, I don't want to do that. So what I'm going to do actually is I'm just going to Digivolve. I think that would be the best approach. Let's put Tapermon out here first. And then I'm just gonna straight up get myself to Veno Myotismon, giving him 3 memory. So that'll hopefully hinder the Ulforceveedramon from being active too many times. So think twice to attack too much. So there we go. Oh, I didn't draw. Oh, it's okay, it's too late. So I'm just going to keep an eye out here. We got the Vmon. Lots of successful Digivolutions on his end, which is must be nice to have a beautiful hand. I can see what he's thinking. I think he's considering, okay, so lose the memory. And then we'll flip it. And it's Grizzly Wing. Activating. So I get to actually take a purple Digimon from my trash, level 3 or lower. Naturally, it's going to be the Tapermon for now. And that's that. So Ulforce actually gives an additional memory as well from being active. So it's almost as if nothing changes, right? Unless he moves or attacks with other Digimon. But now I'm in a position to actually attack UlforceWOWdramon with Veno Myotismon, so that's pretty good. Drawing, nice, okay. Readies, so you gain the memory. Nope. You gain one first, then lose one. So it stays at 2, so yeah, so that's good. Trump Sword, let's go. I'm gonna take this guy out. Clutch! I love reading chat like this, it's so funny. He's just like, oh! Okay, so that actually came so clutch because with no blockers, I'm in a really good position here to lay it out and just go full on attack mode. So let's see. So he might have something that would disappoint me. I knew it, he did. Reading real quick. So let me just read Ice Wolf Claw. Return one of your opponent's Digimon back to their hand. That Digimon's Digivolution sources are discarded. Oh, it hurts. So I guess this is coming back to my hand. And then Chimeramon is discarded. Nice. And then I'll just move these guys over here. And then I'm at 5 memory. Draw phase. Bebe phase. Gabumon Digivolves from Yamon. Oh, and I have another Trump Sword, eh? That's pretty good. I don't have any ultimates. That's the problem. Let me just look at my... Okay. So I'm actually in trouble. I don't want a Trump Sword, but because he's not ready, so I actually can't do it. The thing is, I could drop the Myotismon and prevent him from doing a security attack, or I could drop Piedmon and grab. Do I have a Vilemon out here? I don't actually, so it's just a Garurumon. I think I'm gonna have to try and draw here, so I'm gonna rely on the draw. Tapermon security check before I do anything else. So I don't have an ultimate Digimon. Sad. From the top, usually. Yeah, it's usually from the top, or at least how I like to play it, so... Gomamon, okay, so that's discarded. I'm gonna get to draw. And I get another, I don't need you right now. Okay, let's do it. Tapermon, gonna do an attack. Gabumon, and that is a 1000, so he actually doesn't go, which is fine. And I think right now, sad. I think I'm gonna drop the Vilemon, so that's gonna put me to 0. That way, at least I can block something, and then I can't drop anything else now. I'm kind of done, essentially. Do I want to do Trump Sword? If I do Trump Sword, I can at least get rid of Gabumon. It's so sad that UlforceVeedramon's not ready, but I think that would be the better approach. So I'm going to actually Trump Sword the active Gabumon. And then let's see where that takes us. He's got a ton of memory, so I think I just made him... It just helped win the game, but I needed to take out some of his Digimon. At least my Vilemon could try and block some of his attacks, so we'll see. Luckily the UlforceVeedramon's just coming from a bunch of vanillas. Less issues there, but we'll see. Alright, so Rina, let me just read this real quick. If one of your blue Digimon attacks, gains 1000 DP. DP, reveal the top 3 cards of your deck, etc, etc. Okay, so you're gonna run the effect naturally. Let's take a zoomity zoom here. Oh, Magnetramon, UlforceVeedramon, and Monzemon. Nice. That is very nice. So he could actually, theoretically, if he has it, get to another Ulforce, which is pretty nasty. Anyway, okay, 2 there. Okay, so I think he actually has it. Yep, just a security check. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to force a block here. So discard it. Okay. Now this is an issue. So Malo-Veno Myotismon. So discarded. Yeah, so it's 12k versus 12k. So manages to take an Ulforce out, which is very important because that'll allow me to block. That'll allow me to block the Veedramon with the Valmon. Yes. Alright, so just run it, get the memory. Okay. So I think I'm going to get... Yeah. Okay. Got it. If he forces a direct attack with a Veedramon, my Valmon can actually block it without any issues. So he's stuck. He is stuck for now. What's going on here? Oh, he's thinking of trading. You can't trade. Oh my gosh, what is this? Destroy all of your opponent's Digimon with 4000 DP or less. Yikes. So that's this. Yep. So that's that, and then resolving effect by drawing, and then destroying that. Jeez. Nice. Okay. So I'm in my draw phase. Oh! Hello. Hello, buddy. Hello, buddy, old pal. Trump sword. Let's bring out the Gabumon. I could Digivolve into Devimon and then play Trump Sword, which would be pretty nasty, or I could play the Piedmon and get my Valmon back. Yeah, I could get my Piedmon and get... I could get either my... I could get a Garurumon back, a Valmon back. Now if I played the Piedmon though, the problem is my turn would end right there. I think it would make more sense to just take his Volcanic Dramon out, so I'm just gonna play Trump Sword, putting me down to 1. That's super clutch. And then, as much as I want to Digivolve, I just don't think I should, but Actually, I think if I were to Digivolve, now's the time. So let's Digivolve here. One, and draw one. There we go. So I'm hanging on, hanging on. Once this Piedmon goes, I'm probably going to drop the Piedmon and get both out. It's gonna be a slower process, but I like playing from behind, so it's okay. But I feel like in this game, like momentum can swing so hard and hit so fast once you gain it that it just honestly isn't looking very good for me. Now the question is, does this stack? I think it would actually stack. Yeah, so technically this Veedramon could get 7k and knock out my Piedmon, but as long as I can defend myself, I should be fine. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. So I'm gonna block. So that's done for. And then Upamon effect. Oh, never mind. Upamon doesn't trigger. So how many of my trump swords are? 1, 2, I see 2. So 1, 2, and that's it. So 2. Or 3. So I see 3. Dropping the Gabumon. Ooh, just giving me 2. Just enough. That is just enough, actually. Okay, so draw face, raise face, baby face to rookie face, and yeah, I'm gonna have to do it. Oh man. So I think I want to here. So that transfers it. And then, oh wait, yeah, just 5k. So that, and then this will trigger, and then discard 1. So I'm gonna discard. You know what? I don't need so many Malo-Veno-Myotismons, so that's cool. And I still have 2 memories, so I'm gonna drop Piedmon. That'll put me at 10. And then I'm going to search. And I want a Piedmon out for sure. There you go. And just looking at the board, I'm gonna need the other one as well. Not over yet. Not over yet. Let's see. I know, it is a grind. He has a ton of memory though, so he and a huge hand. Look at this hand. Oh my goodness, I am in trouble. But we'll see. It's all about building a board now, really, because he only needs to land 1 shot. So if he drops a ton of rookies, I'm not going to be able to block it, and that's really it. But we'll see. We'll see what he does. Yeah, so the Gorillamon comes down. Super cheap. It's awesome. It's like, what a great level 4. Monzemon. I think this is it. We're gonna get a taste of the Ulforce. We should. Pretty sure we will. Yeah. Drops it down for 3. So I have to block it. So that's done. I think that's game. Because he's just gonna ready it up. Yeah. Then block it. GG. Can do a direct attack. All good. GG. Best of 3? Sweet. So my hand was really tough, but I think I played it as well as I could given my abilities and the deck's abilities. Yeah, I got so many megas early game, and it made it really difficult to get to where I wanted to be. However, I did manage to take him down from I did manage to get some shots into his security. Anyway, good game. 1-0 right now. It's gonna be a best of 3, and I'll edit this as best as I can in order to shorten it. But yeah, next game. Here we go. It is now game 2 in this best of 3. UlforceVeedramon, piloted by Eric over here, and it's gonna be my Malo-Veno and Myotismon deck. So let's just see what I managed to run here. I love this deck. Lost the first game, but it's a best of 3, so let's see. And I've got the opportunity to turn into an Piedmon here, which is really good. So let's just do that. End up drawing, and I think I want to hard play Garurumon. Give him the 5 memory, but it'll set me up for the Myotismon at least, and that should be good. Because I do want the ability to gain the plus memory. So let's just take a look what's going on here. On this side, we've got the Demi-Vmon. Cool, cool, cool. Digivolving into Vmon. Nice. Gorillamon. What a clutch. Clutch level 4, because the cost is so low to Digivolve, and it's so powerful at 6k. So drops the tie. I'm gonna let you guys read that for a bit. Nice, nice. So this is an UlforceVeedramon deck once again, and I'm playing M Myotismon and V Myotismon. Gabumon drops down, putting me at 1. Cool. So with only 1 memory, it's all good. That's just information for me, right? Just kidding, it's okay. So we've got the Gabumon and the Gorillamon. Draw a phase. It could Digivolve here, but that's gonna be Demon out first of all. So let's get him out. And then one thing I can do, I do want to Digivolve so I can draw. So I think what I'm gonna run is I'm going to actually Digivolve into Devimon from Piedmon. So that's gonna put him at 1, and then I'll get to draw. So I have to play memory game for memory game here, because from what I've learned in the first game, my opponent is very, very good at managing memory and kind of giving me less to work with. And my deck has no tamers. I'm really considering messing around with it so it does have tamers, but we'll see. And yeah. So Gorillamon comes down. Nasty. I wonder if he's going to Digivolve or run his Digimon into my security here. Let's see. I'm just gonna review what Vmon does real quick. Okay, gotcha. If he rushes the Ulforce, luckily I have Trump Sword right here. So let's just let's see what happens. Actually, it's a level 4, so he can't actually do that yet. He has to get to an ultimate first. My strategy right now is to just build up a board until I get to V Myotismon or M Myotismon, so Malo-Veno Myotismon. That way I'll have more manipulation with regards to what I can do with my memory. Or it'll help me kind of manipulate memory through the actions I make, so that's hopefully what I'm getting at. And then there'll be a slow burn for my opponent from there. don't want to rush an attack yet, considering the fact that I don't really have much to go with right now in terms of memory and anything really. Okay, so he digivolves into Grizzlymon, so I'm just gonna draw phase. Now I'm pulling a bunch of rookies. Baby phase, let's get the Gabumon to digivolve, and then another draw. Ooh, Wergarurumon, that's nice. So in this scenario, I think I could go. I think I'm not gonna touch my Garurumon. Question is, how much memory do I want to give my opponent? I think I'm definitely gonna run Myotismon on the Garurumon. Yeah, I'm gonna run Myotismon on the Garurumon. I'm gonna get to draw. Yes! And I have V-Myotismon, and it's on the Garurumon. So I think I did that pretty well in terms of decision making. So let's see. Obviously that was just pure RNG that I got V-Myotismon, but you know, I'll take what I can get. So the memory game is on point here, with neither of us having tamers to bump us up to 3, and not a lot of cards, well, no cards on the board that can actually play around with memory. So interesting. He's got 5 cards in his hand. One of them is more than likely going to be Ulforce, but it doesn't. He might not have an ultimate Digimon because he's not really digivolving into one. I mean, he might. He's probably debating whether to attack or not right now, so we'll see. Yeah, so he did have it after all. The Malo-Veno digivolving to 3 there, so it just ends his turn. So I'm gonna get to draw. And the question is, do I Trump Sword or do I digivolve to V-Myotismon? Now, the reason why I would rather just digivolve is because Garurumon's got a pretty good effect. Or I could do the Myotismon into Devimon or Wergarurumon, but I don't know. I don't really want to do that. I could drop the Devimon. I think I'm gonna do the Devimon. Oops. Sorry, forgot to move Gabu to field. Maybe I can do that. So I'm just gonna ask my opponent if I can actually move it, because I forgot to do that, and I just played a creature. So yeah, so he's letting me do it, thankfully. Thanks, bud. So managed to move that there, and then have the Devimon, and then maybe now I am going to just digivolve into the Veno Myotismon. So to 4 there, and then I get to draw from that. So my board's looking pretty clean right now. Hopefully I don't get wrecked. I think he has Wolf Claw, Ice Wolf Claw, but kind of scares me. So literally, this board is is like my favorite board. Devimon line and Gabumon line, so pretty great. Not really, actually. If anything, he counters. Yeah, if anything, I think Ulforceveedramon has more of an effect against Veno Myotismon's, you know, -1 for my opponent. But we'll see. I did give him a lot of memory, so we'll figure it out. So I'm just telling him about. I didn't get to show him my hand last game, so when I showed it, yeah, I had like 3 Malo-Myotismons, 2 V-Myotismons, and a Piedmon, and I was like, okay, you know. Anyway, so he gets into Ulforceveedramon, so that's not good for me. But it still has the 1 memory, so he's gonna gain 1 here if he chooses to attack, which can be pretty bad because, you know, he's essentially gonna take 2 security out of me. Yeah, so go ahead. Yep, so from the top, Piedmon, nice. And then, if your Digimon becomes active during your main phase, this Digimon gets jamming. Okay, so for the second attack, he's essentially has jamming. And he gets to draw. And he'll get an additional 1k until the end of that turn, right? Yep. Oh, you're not losing memory. Oh, he did get rested, so... yeah. Okay. Yeah. So essentially stays the same. So he resolved the draw from Tai, doing another attack, so you lose the memory here from the attack. And then Myotismon. Oh no, sadness. Okay, wait, let me just so return 1 of your opponent's Digimon back to their hand. Okay, and the Digivolution sources are discarded. So this is gonna go back to my hand, and then Digivolution sources are discarded. Luckily, I've got enough of an answer to this. So I've got draw phase, I've got 7 memory, and I'm pretty set up for a good thing here. Do I have any champions? I don't. So hatch face. Vengeance! Yeah, he knew about the vengeance. So I'm gonna get him on to Digivolve. Give me a champion. I really need a champion. I don't have a champion. Oh boy. So I could try again by Digivolving. YOLO. So I'm gonna Digivolve into Myotismon for 2. Then I'm gonna get to draw. And then I could play the Veno Myotismon and Digivolve again, which would be pretty nasty actually, because I'd get to attack. So I'm gonna do that actually. So I'm going to Digivolve again to Veno Myotismon. Down to 1, and then I'm gonna draw, and then there is my ultimate. So there's my ultimate guy, and then in this case I think he's got 1 blocker. Oh boy, the 1 blocker. Want to buy Gaia Force, please? That's hilarious. Okay, so I think I'm going to Trump Sword / Chimeromon. Doesn't really matter what I play here. So I think because I can destroy the Ulforce, I'd rather just destroy the Ulforce. Yeah. Oh, I didn't. Yeah, so then I survived, right? So that's pretty good. And then I could, because of that attack, I don't resolve anything, I think, yeah. So because of that attack, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm going to play Trump Sword on Grizzlymon, and then play it with 6. Yes sir! Control, control! So now he doesn't have a board and I do, and I think that's going to be really nice in the end. So my next play, depending on how much memory I get, is naturally I'm hoping to draw into a champion Digimon, because once I do I'll get to my regular Digimon, and then it'll be much better. Okay, so drops the arena, playing the effect naturally. Oh yeah, so he hasn't moved it yet. Oops, sorry, I thought he moved it. Okay. So now I think my opponent is stuck because doesn't really have— oh no, another one! No! So this goes back to my hand, and then all of the sources are discarded. Oh, I hate that card so much. Ice Wolf Claw. It's as if we never progressed, ladies and gentlemen. Alright, so I'm gonna put Piedmon out here. Dang, I still have no champions, so this is gonna turn into a rookie rush real quick. I do have an ultimate Digimon, but I'm not trying to do that. So I'm gonna draw Digimon for 2. And then I'm gonna draw Digimon for 2. Rookie rush! Let's run into here. Okay, so effect. Lord help me. And then effect. So all these guys and that are in trash. And then this Digimon's gonna attack. And then, yep, you're gonna be RIP'd. And then might as well attack here. Oh, and that. Oh, there we go. And it's a Gomamon, and yeah, so we're both gonna ripperonis. And then these guys were just put out, so they're not gonna do anything. I think I want to just drop the Tabermon for 3, and then that's it. So unless you've got blockers, I think I'm yeah. So unless you've got blockers, I think I'm in a pretty good position. Let's see. Ice Wolf Claw hurts so much. Like, it's such a big oof to decks that rely on digivolving, because it's so disrespectful. Literally, just as soon as you digivolve, just nope, get back to your hand and discard everything underneath you. Oof. But still, I think it was pretty good. So let's see. I think because he's expending so many resources on that stuff, he's spending a lot of memory to get rid of my big guys. And luckily I drew a good amount of rookies. And because I drew a good amount of rookies, I'm able to have this mini rookie rush phase where I can just keep going at it. He's gonna risk something here. Let's see. Nice, gets the Veedramon. Okay. I think without a blocker I win. Without a blocker I can just do 3 direct attacks and win the game. Yeah. I believe so. Unsure. But I don't think. he doesn't have a blocker, so I think that is GG. Yeah. So draw phase, hatch phase. I'm just gonna run it through real quick so I can I feel like it's more respectful that way. Gonna do a direct attack. I love the little pauses we do when we flip the security. So Digimon. Oh, that's actually fine. And then the attack. GG. So it is 1-1 now in this best of 3. Malo-Veno Myotismon versus Ulforceveedramon. Both games incredibly close. The first one not so much. I think I got wrecked pretty early on in the first one, so not so much, but still super fun games. And we are gonna be doing the last game here. All right, so we are just setting up our security here and getting ready. It is the third game. 1 win each player. My opponent, Eric here, manages to pull off game 1 and take it, and game 2 I managed to have a rookie rush late game, funny enough, in order to close the deal and win. So Eric's turn's going first. My opponent is playing an Ulforceveedramon deck, and I am playing a V-Myotismon, Malo-Myotismon combination. Both decks, I think, are mono color decks, so blue versus purple. And let's see who takes this best of 3. I think I'm going to have an issue with being able to set up here. I don't have any champions on me. Okay, drops Rena. So I have to be wary. Now I know that there is an Ulforceveedramon in his hand. So gotta be very careful. I don't have much of an answer right now, so we'll see. Yep, gives me 3 memory. Let's go. Ah, another Mega. I'm gonna have to switch up the ratios, I think. So Piedmon. Gabumon. You know what? Should I just YOLO? I think I'm just gonna YOLO, man. Yeah, who cares, bro? Let's do it. Oh, it's 9. Oh my god, hello. Yo, do it. Show me what you got, man. I'm dropping the V-Myotismon. Let's go. So he's gonna get to his Ulforceveedramon in this turn, but I'm glad that I baited it out. Because he doesn't have Taichi yet. So unless he has Taichi in his hand directly, we're gonna have issues. But whoop. There we go. We both haven't been playing on TTS and Untap for that long. We both made these decks kind of like this week. So we're just testing them out and having fun. So we're still learning the phases, the processes, when we discard and lose memory or not, etc. So this is definitely going to be Ulforceveedramon now. So, yep, 4. Yes, I knew it. So go ahead and drop that big boy, and you get a free draw. I'm lucky that I don't think he has anything that adds. Yeah, he's got nothing that'll add damage, so I could definitely just, yep. Garurumon, sweet. We're both just YOLOing really hard right now. Okay, so he's resting that to activate Ulforce, and then you gain a memory from that, yep. And then you're probably gonna have to do another attack. But if you don't attack, yes, the draw for Pokemon, sure. Now if you don't attack, I won't be able to attack and destroy your Ulforce, so that's a problem. But it's fine. Oh yeah, he didn't attack. Smart. Okay, so I'm in the draw phase, and then I'm going to put out Piedmon here. And I'm just gonna go for it. So declare attack. Discard top card of my deck for Piedmon. And then go ahead. Ulforce. Okay. So Ulforceveedramon comes out. I'm scared that he's gonna do something that's gonna give like extra damage, so I'm kind of worried, but I'm just gonna do it. So I'm gonna do an attack here. Okay, set +1. Okay, nice. So I managed that, and then I think I'm gonna play Grizzly Wing to bring back Piedmon and put him at 1. That works for me. I'll take it. So without a blocker, this is going to be a pretty big issue for my opponent. But we'll see. So he might be fishing for a blocker through Digivolving right now. Okay, so you lose a memory from this effect, and then we play. Yes! Let's knock out the Gabumon. So we're gonna knock out the Gabumon, so that's sweet. Let me just read this effect real quick. Okay, so that's fine. Clutch! So now you've got to make the Ulforce active, or else I'm going to be able to take it out with my Myotismon, or I can just straight up win if you don't have a blocker. So without a blocker, my opponent's actually in pretty big trouble here. Oh yeah. So it worked out. Playing Myotismon on my second turn was, and I think it was my first turn or something like that, but it was an absolute gamble, but it worked out because he devoted all the memory towards creating this Ulforceveedramon, and without a board or a blocker, I'm actually able to use Myotismon to the best of my abilities, so that's pretty good. So because he gains active, oh, oop. Okay, so gave me 6 memory for sure. I get to draw here. Yaman. So I'm just gonna go ahead and Digivolve into my Gabumon and draw another Myotismon, eh? That's okay. Now there are a couple things I can do here. Let me just look at my search. Interestingly enough, I don't have any rookies, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to attack with Piedmon. Okay, nice. So I'm going to get to draw. And I have another Wow! These draws! Oh my goodness! Okay, now that I've got that going, let us do Piedmon. Let's put him down. So I lose 3, so I'm down to 3. And then I'm gonna YOLO. 9. There we go. So the worst he can do is take out all of my security, but without a blocker, I should be able to win. Yeah, I think I should be fine. Also, one of those could be Trump Sword, which could be really great. So we'll see. Oh, that's actually a problem. I think he can actually win. Because with 3 tamers, he can just keep resting tamers and ultimately attacking me and being problematic. So we'll see. We'll see what my opponent does. I think that's going to be the case. It's just going to keep resting Ulforceveedramon and then finishing me off with the Gomamon. So unless I have a Trump Sword, this is probably looking like, unless one of these is a Myotismon or a Malo-Veno which can actually take out the Ulforce, it's probably looking like GG for my opponent. I mean, you know, for my opponent to win. So we'll see. Yep. So you lose 1. And then... Oh my god, let's go! Let's go! Okay, so Gomamon is gonna get taken out. That was absolutely clutch. Really good there. But I think he still has it, actually. Because now it's like, well, you're gonna resolve these, yeah. Yep, to activate. And then it's gonna be another attack, right? Yep. Chimeramon. Oh boy, I am going to need, so I have 1, 2. So I think the likelihood of this being a Myotismon is very low. And it's not, so that is game. That's GG. So that was super fun. My opponent manages to take me out in this best of 3, 2-1. Both games, all 3 games actually, were really, really close. My hand I've got a lot of work to do with regards to the allocation or the ratios of my level 6s, but overall I really like the deck. I'm gonna keep messing around with it and learning, and yeah, we'll catch you guys in the next video. I plan on doing best of 3 videos for TTS until the release, and then I'll start playing in stores, assuming well, under the very low likelihood that stores will be opening up again for people to play, but I'm most likely going to be staying on TTS for a while. So thank you guys for watching, and peace.